the perfect strategy for a client's husband and wife that have got an estate valued over the inheritance tax threshold. So in this situation, we've got an estate, it's valued at £2 million. What we've done is we've segregated the estate, we've split the estate in two. So Mr's got £1 million in his half and Mrs has got £1 million in her half. We've changed the ownership of the property from being jointly owned to tenants in common, which means they own a defined share each, 50-50, and we've done the same with their savings as well. So when Mr. passes away, via his will, the first 500,000, because he's got his lifetime allowance of 325,000, and the residence nil rate band element of an additional 175,000 will go into his nil rate band trust. The residue 500,000 will go into his interest in possession trust. Now, he can have an interest in possession trust because he's married. Now, the interest in possession trust is deemed as a spousal gift to the wife. She's the IIP beneficiary, so there's no inheritance tax to pay as a married couple until second death. That is when the inheritance tax is due on this estate, on second death, when Mrs. passes away. Now, Mrs. is a trustee and a beneficiary of these trusts. She's first line beneficiary, so she's still got full control of the full estate, but she physically only owns half. So now if she goes into care later on, the care assessment team can't come round and make her forcefully sell this property to pay for her care because she physically only owns half of it. The other half is owned by a trust, thus fully protecting that property and the cash that's obviously gone into those trusts from care costs. That's the first benefit. The other benefit is it doesn't matter whatever the value of this estate is, this strategy will always work because of the interest in possession trust. So any residue will go into that interest in possession trust and be deemed as a spousal gift. Yes, there's going to be inheritance tax to pay with this, but not until second death. This is all fully protected up. So when Mrs. passes away, now exactly the same thing happens. So her beneficiaries ultimately will be beneficiaries to the 4 trusts. And they will loan those assets to themselves. So those assets don't actually form part of their beneficiaries' estates.